All right, guys, I'm back in the dungeon, I guess, if you will. It's just a three seasons room, so but we're back in my weight room, and we are in chapter 12 of Leviticus, where the header reads "Purification after childbirth," and we're going to jump right into it. The Lord said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. If a woman becomes pregnant and gives birth to a son, she will be ceremonially unclean for 7 days, just as she is unclean during her menstrual period. On the eighth day, the boy's foreskin must be circumcised. After waiting 33 days, she will be purified from the bleeding of childbirth. During this time of purification, she must not touch anything that is set apart as holy, and she must not enter the sanctuary until her time of purification is over. If a woman gives birth to a daughter, she will be ceremonially unclean for 2 weeks, just as she is unclean during her menstrual period. After waiting 66 days, she will be purified from the bleeding of childbirth. When the time of purification is completed, for either a son or a daughter, the woman must bring a 1-year-old lamb for a burnt offering and a young pigeon or turtle dove for a purification offering. She must bring her offerings to the priest at the entrance of the tabernacle. The priest will then present them to the Lord to purify her. Then she will be ceremonially clean again after her bleeding and childbirth. These are the instructions for a woman after the birth of a son or a daughter. If a woman cannot afford to bring a lamb, she must bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons. One will be for the burnt offering and the other for the purification offering. The priest will sacrifice them to purify her, and she will be ceremonially clean. Well, that one's short and sweet. Only 8 verses. There's a couple questions I have. Some of them are, I don't want to say kind of quirky, but like, what do you do if there's twins? What do you do if there's a boy and a girl? Now I understand statistically that's rare, but is there a specific reason why you would do one or the other? Or if you just happen to have a girl, if you had a boy and a girl, you would just do the 66 days? I wonder if there's a specific reason. I mean, I imagine that there is. It's probably, it might sound arbitrary to me or anyone else that might be reading these passages, but there's usually great significance when such distinction is made, especially between man and woman. And there's usually, a lot of times, it's great importance. Some people, for an outside observer that's not reading through the lens of faith, that's just reading through the lens of information and how things are segregated, oftentimes recognizes that some of the practices might seem sexist or misogynistic, I guess I should say. And I don't think that's ever the intention. There's so much, especially when you read the calling for a man for his wife, for other women, for his children, for his family, the sacrificial leadership and the servant leadership that's expected of a man to a woman, and the support that's expected of a woman to a man. And there's so many important things that for some people are trigger words. And when I read the Bible, while I read the power that is bestowed to me, if I align with God that has the power, so it's not mine, but it's like I get it lent to me, because it's almost like when I wear the right uniform, I can do the right job. Well, the uniform I'm supposed to wear as a Christian is Christ. And if I resemble him, I can do the things that he did. And I'm told that I can do the things that he did. And the more that I resemble him, the more I look to answer God's call, the more likely I'm going to be able to exercise the fruits of the Spirit, the special gifts and talents that God's given to me, that he put inside of me, that he put inside all of us. But it's just our desire to kind of tap into that and really just lean into him. And so, while that's a little off topic, I kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole there. All super important stuff, even something as simple as what the process is after childbirth. And I don't know why they would do that. I don't know. Uh, I know that there's a healing process for women, so the fact that they would be, I don't know about the unclean part, but the fact that they would have that separation of time for any one specific purpose, I imagine that has something to do with it. I couldn't get into the specifics. Again, I have a Bible, a study Bible, that allows some greater insight to these things, but not exactly to the specificity that I would ask the questions. But be that as it may, I enjoyed that. That was short and sweet. Have a good night. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll be back for chapter 13 of Leviticus, where the header reads, Serious Skin Diseases. And I look forward to that chapter tomorrow. But have a good night and God bless, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.